Ah, yes. Stoic characters. Gotta be one of my favorite genders for real. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been here before, welcome back. As you all may know, we are currently in a nonchalant epidemic. Everyone either doesn't care or pretends not to care. The way we dress, the trends we follow, and the music we listen to all reflect this shift. And in my humble opinion, this isn't healthy. We have to feel, we have to yearn, for that is what makes us human. Now, what if I told you there was an honorable way to keep calm and be cool? Wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Long ago, these four virtues came together to hold up one ancient philosophy. Stoicism grants people with the tools necessary to endure the pain of everyday life without letting the inevitable hardships squander your spirit. In this video, we're going to go over several Stoic characters and see what we can learn from them. Ferb may not know what he's going to do today, but when he comes face to face with a task, he is ready to divide and conquer, whether it be building a rocket or finding a mummy. Through all of the trials and tribulations, Ferb stayed cool, calm, collected. I looked up Ferb's best lines on YouTube, and in the whole series, he only spoke a total of about 40 minutes. Yet he was never, ever misunderstood.
But they're booing and hissing.
Of course they're booing and hissing. You're the villain, right, Ferb?
A hero is a hero, but everybody loves a great villain.
Stoics like Epictetus and Zeno teach us that we should listen more than we speak. Ferb constantly embodies this teaching. He doesn't yap so he can preserve mental energy for his complicated engineering projects. He only speaks when he has a profound observation to share.
I know he's my dad and I shouldn't blame him for being busy. It's just that he always seems to put his work ahead of me. I just don't know what to do.
Well, sometimes if you love somebody, you have to meet them halfway.
This silence helps him build a mental fortress that keeps him grounded within his own thoughts as a means to protect him from being swayed by external chaos, such as Candace's constant yelling, Buford's bullying, and Phineas's chaotic ideas. A common misconception about Stoicism is that it's a tool used to turn people into an emotionless robot, when, in reality, Stoics feel just as deeply as any other human being. The main difference is that they feel these emotions and transform them in a way that will set them up for success. Ferb uses humor and genuine optimism to remain calm in stressful situations. Let's talk about Schnitzel, who, like Ferb, doesn't talk much, and has a fraction of Ferb's eloquent vocabulary. But don't let this fool you, he's just as stoic. I don't think many people would consider Schnitzel a stoic, but I'm here to make a case for him. In a show like Chowder that is filled with surreal chaos, Schnitzel serves as the immovable object, the stone that can't be pushed, and the rock that you build a home upon. Need advice when everything is going wrong in the kitchen? Listen to Schnitzel. Need a lesson about mental fortitude and the importance of believing in yourself when all odds are stacked against you? Learn from Schnitzel. Speaking of which, in the episode Schnitzel and the Lead Farfel, Chowder and Mung are exercising. Chowder asks why Schnitzel doesn't join them, and Mung tells us how Schnitzel is the strongest guy he knows and doesn't have to work out. He even gives Schnitzel the task of grabbing his big ginormous steel buns out of the oven. Schnitzel firmly grasps them and raises them over his head and gets cocky as the two give him a standing ovation. This is when Schnitzel's arms start to quiver and the buns squish him. Mung and Chowder inform Schnitzel that he's gone soft, and they even confirm it by watching Schnitzel fail to open a pickle jar. Mung takes the two to the Lead Farfel, the heaviest and most immovable object in all of Marzipan. After vigorous training, Schnitzel is ready to push the Lead Farfel again to prove his strength to his peers. His friends don't even believe in him after all the training he's done, but Schnitzel believes he's ready. Schnitzel then ascends mid-lift. We see him enter a flow state and shut out the external validation he's been chasing. Now, all he cares about is proving himself to himself. Ultimately, he still fell short of his goal, but he earned back not only the respect of his friends, but most importantly, the respect he has for himself. He only set an unrealistic goal to destroy his feeling of inadequacy. He was even able to open the pickle jar from earlier. in his own way. This was a great tale about the importance of not chasing goals just to impress others. The only human opinion about you that truly matters is the one that you have of yourself. Think of how many people have gotten burned trying to look cool. Instead of trying to impress others, simply be impressive. That was the part of Schnitzel's character that he forgot. When he got too cocky and stopped training, unsurprisingly, he failed. Schnitzel primarily demonstrated courage and temperance through his relentless physical and mental endurance. His struggle directly mirrors the myth of Sisyphus, the Greek figure condemned to push a boulder up a hill for eternity, only for it to roll back down. Similar to Sisyphus, Schnitzel's labor often feels meaningless because his surroundings are chaotic and his efforts are rarely appreciated by Mung Dal or Chowder. However, by keeping his composure and focusing entirely on the effort rather than the frustration of the outcome, he accepts that while he cannot manipulate the weight of the rock, he has total mastery over his own persistence, proving that internal character is more important than the external success of the task. And since we're still on the topic of rocks, let's talk about one of my favorite ones. Garnet from Steven Universe is literally the rock of her team, both physically and emotionally. For those who don't know, Garnet is a fusion. Her abrasive and hot-headed hyper-masculine side is Ruby. Her soft and gentle, hyper-feminine side is Sapphire. Together, these two combine and form a healthy, balanced relationship that keeps them grounded. Garnet is a product of the two gems' best and worst parts of each other, allowing them to merge not perfectly, but very well.
Is the strong part of you Ruby and the wise part of you Sapphire?
It's all of both. When two gems combine, it creates something greater than the sum of their parts. That's why I'm so great.
Rebecca Sugar knew what she was doing when she wrote Garnet. I mean, she's one of the most literal representations of stoicism in modern animation. Her power of future vision is a display of premeditatio malorum, which is the act of imagining everything that could go wrong, so she won't be as surprised or distraught if it actually does happen. That's why she remains calm in almost every single situation. In her mind, she's already lived through the failures and accepted the possibility of every outcome. She constantly places her duty of protecting the Earth over her ego. She's the leader that the Crystal Gems need. Her and the team are rebels, and the constant threat of Homeworld shattering them looms over their head constantly.
But I've loved you since the moment I saw you.
Love at first sight doesn't exist. Love takes time, and love takes work. At the very least, you have to know the other person, and you literally have no idea who or what I am.
When Ruby and Sapphire have a falling out, Garnet literally falls apart. This shows us that her stoic nature isn't just a personality trait that she was born with. It's a choice that she makes every single second to stay whole for the sake of her and her family. Beyond just managing her own mind, Garnet embodies the virtue of justice. She doesn't fight back out of hatred for Homeworld or lust for revenge. She fights because it's the right thing to do for the greater good. While Pearl is often blinded by her devotion to Rose, and Amethyst can be dragged down by her insecurities of being defective, Garnet stays focused on the present moment. She accepts the world as it is, messy, unpredictable, dangerous. Yet through all this discourse, she still chooses to be the stable foundation that Steven and the Crystal Gems can lean on. Garnet proves that strength isn't just about how big your muscles are, or how loud your voice can project. It's about having the mental fortitude to stay standing when the universe is trying to tear you apart. I did want you guys to see my so fresh and so clean haircut. Yes. And where was I going with this? Oh yeah, thank you for tuning into the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. First video of 2026. Let me know if you guys want a part 2. I have a bunch of videos that I could do for this series, and I have a large video, or a long video I should say, that's that I've been working on since 2025. But I need to get out videos in between them because clearly you guys don't like when I go 3 to 4 months without uploading, which I technically just did again. But I figured that out though, right? But right here is a video that YouTube thinks you will like, and right here is a video that I think you'll like. I'll see you in the next one.